Imagine waking up to find your country's currency has crashed. The government has doubled your taxes overnight, and international travel is suddenly restricted. In this scenario, your mobility depends entirely on a second drawer, one containing another passport that allows you to leave without friction. This strategy drives the decisions of thousands of entrepreneurs, investors, and families every year. For these individuals, a second passport serves as a tool for financial survival in a world where local stability can vanish in a matter of days. Legally, a second passport allows you to hold dual citizenship, keeping your original nationality while gaining a brand new one. Many people qualify through family ancestry, through marriage to a citizen, or by living abroad for years. There is also a purely transactional route. Several nations offer citizenship to individuals who provide significant capital, launch businesses, or create local jobs. This diagram shows the logic from the host country's perspective. Foreign capital and investment funnel directly into the national treasury, which then outputs an official passport for the investor. To these nations, granting citizenship is a calculated economic strategy used to import wealth and actively stimulate the domestic economy. Recent years have highlighted the risks of being tied to a single jurisdiction. Pandemics, economic sanctions, and political shifts have shown how quickly a single citizenship can become a liability. The wealthy address this risk through optionality. If one country faces an economic decline, they have the legal right to move their lives and assets to another. This follows the logic of a stock portfolio. Just as an investor balances assets to protect wealth, the map shows how they balance geographic risk. This diversification offers specific advantages, like easier international banking, access to different legal systems, and simplified relocation during emergencies. For the modern entrepreneur, the ability to move freely across borders is a metric of success that carries as much weight as their bank balance. Ultimately, acquiring another citizenship is about purchasing a permanent set of choices. Because of the high costs associated with investment programs, many assume second citizenships are reserved for the ultra-rich. However, digital nomads and expats often gain citizenship by establishing residency or leveraging family ties. These routes require years of patience rather than millions of dollars. There is also a common misconception that a new passport acts as a shortcut to avoid paying taxes. This Venn diagram illustrates the complexity of international law. One circle represents where you live, and the other represents the passport you hold. The overlapping center shows how many people remain liable for taxes based on both their residency and their citizenship status. International tax planning remains a difficult field that requires professional advice. A second passport does not automatically clear your existing tax obligations. While it provides greater mobility and business access, a second passport is a tool for flexibility, not a way to bypass the law. The ability to purchase citizenship raises ethical concerns about global inequality. It creates a system where mobility is a privilege sold to those with the most capital. Critics also point to security risks, arguing that these programs can lack transparency and may be used to facilitate money laundering. Conversely, many smaller nations rely on these programs to fund infrastructure and create jobs, providing a vital source of revenue they couldn't find elsewhere. This conflict between elite privilege and national economic survival has turned citizenship into a contested global marketplace. This trend reveals that more people are viewing citizenship as a tradable asset rather than a permanent identity. Governments are responding by competing for residents, adjusting their laws to attract the world's most mobile investors and talent. This digital fingerprint marks a shift in how we define belonging. For the global investor, the question is moving away from where were you born and toward where do you want your future to be? Understanding the forces that dictate how borders and money move is one of the most practical investments you can make. If you want to see how these hidden shifts affect your wealth, subscribe for more and tell us in the comments, would you ever consider a second passport?